Okay, I feel like I haven't done a full day of eating in a while, and since I'm still in that small calorie deficit just to kind of knock off a little bit of body fat, which I chose to gain over the course of the last 6 months to a year because I put business as a priority, socializing a little bit more, enjoying the beautiful hill country of Texas, drinks, food, all that good stuff, just kind of lightening up on my actual exercise, all for good reasons and all because I chose to. But I thought I would show you, well, what do I eat in a day of Angie, a day in the life of Angie, who is eating for a little bit of body fat reduction. It's super simple, it's easy, it looks mostly like what I would do if I was eating for maintenance. I just eat a little bit less of it or make substitutions to make my numbers work best for you, for me, not for you, for me, to actually warrant some of that body fat. So to start the day, I had iced coffee. So I have been doing usually my coffee out with some oat milk and mocha sauce, which is really delicious. So if you want to order that, go cafe au lait with 1 pump of mocha sauce and steamed oat milk, extra foam on top, don't forget it. But, you know, don't really know how many calories are in it. It's all a guesstimation when you're getting stuff out. So I thought I would tighten it up a little bit there and start my coffee at home. I love this brand, you guys know this, for my iced coffee at home. So I'm doing this for iced coffee with some unsweetened almond milk to really keep the calories in check. So it's not as creamy as I'm used to, but it's pretty good for iced coffee. And then I'm just using a little bit of sugar-free syrup right now. So I'm not having as many artificial sweeteners as I used to because my stomach doesn't like that. But just a dab of that sweetens it up perfect enough. So that's how I started my day. And then the only other thing I had today was a protein bar. This is an insanely busy week coming up. Paul left for Denmark on Tuesday. This is Wednesday that I'm talking to you. And he'll be gone for 10 days visiting his 91-year-old grandpa. Super special. Either way, Mom had to get organized over here, which means I had to get organized for the boys, organized with myself, with our food, with our routine, what it's all gonna look like. I'm doing another Confident Bombshell Challenge next week, May 16th on Monday. I'll drop the link in the comments below, actually, if you wanna do it, but it's good. It's all free. It's a little bit different than what most nutrition and fitness challenges would look like. I'm gonna present things from kind of a different lens, but I had to get ready for that because I go all in on these challenges. I love doing them. But yeah, a lot of moving parts. And so I started my day at 5:30 to make sure I could beat the boys getting up. Did a bunch of client check-ins. So I had been sleeping until 6:30. So I got a little hungrier sooner. So coffee was first. Now I had a fit snack like the Alani Nu, and I did cookie dough today. This one's actually cookies and cream. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. So that's about 190 calories, like a super simple, easy, convenient meal. So I've had iced coffee, a protein bar, and then I'll figure out what lunch is gonna look like. But in the interim, I've got some garbage cans to clean because they got a little bit messy with the heat and just some stuff leaking out. So I gotta do that. I gotta wrap up the rest of my client calls. I have a couple Zooms to do. I gotta prep for the challenge. I've already got most of it done. I actually probably might be most excited about day one. So if you're gonna do it, can't wait to see you there. Then I got some Zoom calls and then I'm gonna pick the boys up. We're gonna hit up the farmer's market. We're gonna get it ready for their Aunt Beth to come tomorrow, who has never been to Texas, but she's gonna come help me over the weekend. So a lot of things to do. Food's gonna be very simple because of that reason, but I'm gonna show you how easy I make it looks, and it's still gonna be enjoyable, tasty food. All right, so join me for a full day of eating, fat loss edition. Okay, I'm gonna keep lunch really simple because like I told you, my schedule's kind of bananas today, so I don't have time to be prepping all my fancy bowls like I do. So I'm gonna start with, this is just boar's head buffalo chicken. So yeah, boar's head buffalo, and then I'm gonna have a sandwich. I don't know why when it gets really hot, and it's really hot here in Texas, I really enjoy sandwiches. And so I'm gonna do the Sara Lee Healthy Life bread. And I like to add pickles to this to kind of give it a little more volume, and then it won't be that many calories. And then I am gonna add a little G. Hughes barbecue sauce to that. Right now I'm enjoying the sweet and spicy one. So I'm gonna throw that on there. Okay, other favorite thing, I love something crunchy with my sandwiches. So let's go in here, let's see if I have one. These are like the boys' favorite chips too, so I keep them partly in their little snack bag. Have you had those? The Flex protein chips. So I'm only gonna have a half a bag because that's about what'll fit in my numbers. But I'll have my sandwich, my chips, and then to fill me up a little bit more in terms of volume, I like to do as a little side, I'll do just sliced cucumber with some lime juice, salt, and tahini. It's so good. So I'm gonna pull that out. And then mini bell peppers. I got a lot of vegetables in here right now. So then I love doing those as a snack. So that'll be my crunch, the cucumber, the pepper, the chips, the sandwich, and that'll be a quick, there we go. A quick and easy lunch that I can throw together in minutes. It'll keep me, here I am, nice and full for the time being. And then I'll show you what dinner's gonna look like. Okay, I wanna show you how easy this is. Now, I'll link the recipe. It's the 3-ingredient Instant Pot chicken. But I realized I was getting low on chicken, and tomorrow night I want to make chicken tacos for my sister with the homemade tortillas from our local grocery store, H-E-B. I kid you not, it might be the best tortilla I've ever had. So I was like, what a great way to make that. Okay, so I got one hand, so I'm gonna have to go wash it real quick. But you just put the chicken at the bottom. But when people say they don't have time for meal prep, this takes you no time at all, especially if you come home from work and you need to make something quick for the family. Chicken tacos, barbecue chicken sliders, like chicken for stir fry. This is so easy. So hold on, let me wash my hand. Okay, here we go. So you wanna get salt on it pretty good, all right? And so I put it on there and then I'll turn it and I'll put a little on the other side. And then I just use good old white vinegar and I used kosher salt. So people are always like, oh, sometimes it doesn't turn out very good. So I kind of just go around in a circle until it's a very thin layer at the bottom, okay? But can you see that? Let me try to see how it comes up a little bit. But it's about maybe a 1/4 inch, but then it's most important to like toss the chicken in there to get it totally coated with the vinegar, whoop, and the salt. Then we're gonna put our lid on. We're gonna put this on manual for 35 minutes and it's good to go. Okay, so we're ready to go. Lid going on. Make sure your valve is closed. I hit the manual button to make sure I'm good to go, and then you can up it to 35 if you don't have an Instant Pot. If not, you just use the, right there, the meat button, and then it'll be at 35. Fast release when it's done, so make sure you watch that. That's the only thing. But how quick was that? You're gonna have chicken ready in no time at all. When people say they have no time for meal prep, you need an Instant Pot. Full disclosure, I have a BLT problem, a bite, lick, and taste problem. Wish it was just a bacon, lettuce, and tomato. It'd probably be way easier to keep it under control. But I'm working on this, but this is the life of a mom. It's just like you grab random stuff. I was giving the boys bananas this morning for their little breakfast. They love coming up to me pretending that they're a monkey, and that's the sign that I give them a banana, but I always take a bite of it. So this also is added to part of my day. I think I probably ended up having a half of one of these just because I peel theirs off, I give them their banana, and I take a bite first. I don't even know why I do it, but that's just called learning and being a mom. Okay, so it's about 7:30. The boys are watching a little show. We're getting ready for bed. We had a fun day. We went to the park after daycare. They loved to go to the farmer's market. We had kettle corn. So since what I showed you for lunch, my sandwich, my chips, my veggies, I had 2 Hershey Kisses, a tablespoon of Justin's vanilla almond butter, my ultimate fave. I just need to get out of the house. It's one of those things. It's like my Pringle can. Once I pop, I cannot stop. And then I had a couple bites of kettle corn. So it brings me to dinner now, which I'm going romaine lettuce, shredded Instant Pot chicken, which you saw me make earlier, roasted beets, which I did in the Instant Pot the other day, and then steamed asparagus. I put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on it. Hold on. So I did a little bit of parm, a little sprinkle of stevia. I know that sounds weird, but the sweetness of that will pick up like the sweetness of the beets. It's really delicious. And then onion powder and salt. So that'll be dinner. And then I'll have dessert when the boys go down, which will be a protein blizzard because it'll fill me up. And it tastes good. It's chocolate peanut butter. And then 1 Reese's Take 5 for dessert. So almost a wrap on the day of eating. Well, I didn't get around to wrapping up the video because once the boys went down, I sat outside, watched the sunset, had a protein blizzard. So I did just chocolate peanut butter cup, a little bit of unsweetened almond milk, about 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum with some PB Fit on top. It was a perfect dessert. Followed that up with, well, I had to have my I forgot to take a picture. My Reese's Take 5. This is my absolute favorite post-dessert. So that was pretty much the end of a full day of eating on, you know, a cut, so to lose a little body fat. And I think it equated for me for 1,300 calories. Now, is that where you should be? That is very dependent on the person, on their size, where they're starting. Have they been under eating for a while? Are they at maintenance? So there's a lot of factors that go into that. So I know very clearly and very closely as to where I should be when I'm losing body fat. But it's almost always an observational type of approach. So you kind of watch what your body is doing in terms of, is it losing body fat at the amount you're eating, and you just kind of keep on going in that direction until you get to where you want to be. It's a whole process, but long story short, that was a full day of eating. I hope it gave you some ideas of how to make some different, creative, voluminous typed meals that'll keep you full, but also still build in something you to enjoy, because hey, if I'm going to do anything with my nutrition, I want to feel good, have good energy, have good digestion, but also enjoy and look forward to what I eat. So comment below. What would you like to see next? Chat with you soon.